Hi, this is Sanjay Gangal. I'm here with Deepak Shankar, VP of Technology at Mirabilis Design. Hello, Deepak.
Hi Sanjay, how are you doing? We just ended
I'm,
up seeing ourselves only on Zoom.
yes, I'm doing great. Good to see you again, Deepak. We interviewed you last year, and understand there is big news now. Cadence has selected VisualSim Architect as the OEM solution for architectural exploration. Can you walk us through how this partnership came about and what it means for your customers?
Absolutely. Thanks, Sanjay, for asking that question. I think it's a great intro to what we've been doing in the last 2 years. Just to give you a little bit of a background, architecture exploration is a place where somebody can get a visual prototype of the end product. And this is done before any development happens. One of the problems that you face is that there are, especially with AI, with the data center, with automotive, there are so many different moving parts. It's not just a single chip, or within the chip itself, there are like 40, 50 different types of compute resource. So to really be able to understand what it is you're building, you need to visualize and prototype. But it's very hard to do it in any other purpose. So in the last 3, 4 years, Mirabilis Design has spent a lot of effort in developing a solution that can be used universally across all market segments. We're not locked in. Now, architecture exploration was not something EDA industry really took, as something serious. But in the last couple of years, Cadence has been talking to us and saying, "Hey, this is something that our customers are asking us. This is something that's important. We should definitely do something." So, over the last year, we've been having conversations, and finally they said, "Oh yeah, this looks like your solution looks like a really good one for the market." And since we're the only players in town for doing this architecture exploration, they said, "Why don't we OEM the product?" So what does this mean? When we are a smaller company, only if people have heard about us, they adopt it, they adopt the methodology, and they reap all the benefits. But now, with Cadence coming in, a wider spectrum of the industry now has access to the industry leading solution that really transformed their whole product development cycle.
That's true. That's true. Now, for those unfamiliar with Mirabilis design, can you briefly explain the unique capabilities of Visual Sim Architect and how it differentiates itself from other system modeling tools in the market?
Sure. So, quick introduction to Mirabilis Design. We've been around for almost 15 years now. The product itself, as in the current state, has been around for about 7 to 8 years now. We originally were doing more customizing solutions for on a customer by customer basis, be it NASA, be it Denso, be it Qualcomm, or any other company. Then what happened was we decided that we were just repeating the same thing over and over again. So that's when we decided to convert it into a mainstream product with no customization. And that's how VisualSim Architect came about. Now, VisualSim Architect is a graphical modeling environment where we have a series of system IPs. So, I'm a big fan of Denali, if you remember Sanjay's
Hmm.
PRF.
Hmm.
So, one of the things they did was, they made the IPs easily available. So someone that wanted to do verification could just pick the IPs, put them together and adopt. We follow the exact same methodology as Denali. We created IP builders. So we have a processor builder, memory builder, cache builder. So you want something new, you just vary the parameters, you vary some settings, and you get a different vendor's product. So you
Hmm.
can look at like, I get a Cadence versus the Synopsys memory controller. We have settings that can be varied, and you can create each one's implementation. So that was a big thing that we did. So a number of companies started, adopting us, and we started, being in a variety of market segments. So we're like in automotive, we are in aerospace, we're in semiconductors, we are in industrial. So a lot of areas people are starting to see the benefit. So Mirabilis design, interestingly enough, Mirabilis is the Latin root word for miracles.
Hmm.
So we believe that we create miracles.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
how we decided to name the company, and that's really how the whole story came along. And we started slowly, and slowly started building it up. We actually started with the server industry with PCIe and things like that, and slowly expanded to a lot of other spaces.
Okay. Now, VisualSys Architect is known for its ability to model complex systems early in the design cycle. How will this integration with Cadence enhance the value proposition for engineers and system architects?
See, I think there are three ways that it's going to really transform. One of the ways that it's going to transform is we have a better platform for validating all of our IP models because Cadence comes in with their own IP, they have emulators, they have access to test data, things like that. So we have the ability to get better validation of our models, unlike the way we are doing validation now, which is we're depending on boards and things like that. We can use other types of methodologies to validate. So the customers get access to highly validated models. So that is one thing. The second thing that they get is they get the worldwide support that Cadence provides. The here we have like offices in about 6 countries across the world, but not everywhere. So someone is in a country where we don't have support. Now with the introduction of Cadence, they have worldwide reach and they can support any customer anywhere. So that's the second big reason. The third big reason is awareness. If you notice, the EDA industry has kind of shrunk, which means that
Hmm.
from if you remember in the olden days, we used to have East and the North and South block of Moscone for DAC, the
Hmm.
Las Vegas Convention Center, and now we have a tiny Moscone West that
Hmm.
provides. So the opportunity for people to collaborate in the EDA industry and collaborate in semiconductors is really shrunk. But with Cadence, it expands that reach much broader. A lot more people know about it. A lot more people can benefit from the solution. I think those are the three things that we see that this interface and relationship is going to give us.
So, Deepak, is this a relationship with Cadence exclusive, or would you have something similar with Siemens or Synopsys as well?
Synopsys and Siemens EDA are great companies. I have a lot of friends there.
Mhm.
But this relationship with Cadence is a accumulation of about 1 year of effort. Really putting together, understanding how we should position in the market. How we should offer the total solution. So I think there's a huge amount of work that has gone into making this OEM really be fruitful for the customer.
Mhm.
And I think from that perspective, this makes the solution, makes the Cadence Mirabilis Design or agreement very unique.
Okay. Yeah. And this announcement comes like if for a pivotal moment for Mirabilis Design. How do you see it shaping your roadmap, both in terms of product development and business growth?
So in terms of product development, we're going to be seeing a massive rise. If you look in the next 6 months, the pipeline we've planned takes us into a completely different area where there has never been a solution. I'll wait until probably November, December to get back to you and have another interview. But there's going to be a massive solution that we are going to be offering that totally transforms the whole industry. And it's not just the compute industry; it goes beyond that. I think for that, Cadence is going to be playing a big assistance for us. So that is one piece of it. The second piece of it is obviously our business is going to grow because we're
Hmm.
expecting someone like a Cadence with a huge footprint will be able to take us to a much larger set of customers. And also because of Cadence's very methodical approach to product releases and to support and to methodologies and things like that, we believe that customers will also benefit because then there will be a more well-proven structure of a large company that they can take benefit from. So that those are the things that would help us really grow our business as well because the success factor will be increased and multiplied for our customer base as well.
Okay. And moving forward, as far as sales and customer engagement is concerned, will the customers primarily go through Cadence, or will Mirabilis remain involved in post-sales support as well as direct sales as well?
I think it's going to be a combination because we're in areas that may not be important to companies like Cadence, and they may not focus on those areas. So those would be something where we would still end up going direct. Plus, we have some very exclusive relationship with certain customers where we've had long-standing process and long-standing support for them, and those would continue to be with us. But for majority of the newer customers, they would go through the Cadence umbrella.
Okay. And I wanted to ask you a question about the latest trends you're seeing, and I can tell you the latest trend I'm seeing is um, artificial intelligence that is in everybody's mind, and both in terms of uh, just the Chat GPT type thing, but as well as how that applies to creating new designs and editing designs and modifying designs and supporting designs. Um, is How is Mirabilis Design positioning itself as far as AI and adoption of AI in its in both internal development as well as customer-facing products?
Sure. Actually, it's become threefold as opposed to twofold.
Hmm.
So, the biggest thing about something like a chat GPT or any deep learning process is the hardware. The hardware needs to be customized a lot. And that's a big opportunity for Mirabilis Design because we help them architect those hardware products. So
Hmm.
that's one area. Now, internally, just like everybody else, we're starting to identify memory leaks, starting to identify validation methodologies, helping refine our documentation, better tuning our training material. We're using a lot of these, AI-based platforms to enable that.
Hmm.
Now, from a customer standpoint, I think there were two big things that we are offering today for our customers. First and foremost, and this is probably a really big thing, is when we're doing architecture exploration, the software is not available, the application is not available. And in the past, people had to do a lot of guesswork and they had to, create these very extensive Excel spreadsheets or draw a huge task graph for the software of the application. Today, with ChatGPT, a complete thing like a GoogleNet or AlexNet or ResNet 50 can be done in about 5 to 10 minutes. A whole task graph can be created. So it's going to save like months of effort adopting, the AI methodologies or some of these LLMs and deep learning tools. So, and of course, the other one we are working towards is optimization of your architecture itself through using AI. And that's an offering we're going to be talking about very soon. So there's a combination of things that is going to help. It's going to help us internally, help our customers, and also help people that are using LLMs because the underlying hardware is going to be built using our environment.
Okay. And what is the best way for our audience to find out more about Mirabilis Design on the internet?
I think the best way is do a Google on VisualSim Architect, which is our
Hmm.
product, and you'll
Hmm.
find a lot of videos. We got about 150 videos. Connect with us on LinkedIn. We're posting every day on some new topic. Like today's topic, I think was RISC-V. Yesterday was coherency. Day before yesterday was snooping. So a lot of technical topics are getting online on LinkedIn. And of course, if you want to, read more about us, go to www.mirabilisdesign.com. Or you can always send me an email at info@mirabilisdesign.com.
Okay. And Deepak, is it okay if I ask you a few personal questions?
Sure.
Uh, so, so I know that since the last time we talked, or maybe earlier than that, things have changed in your life. Can you share anything about that?
Yeah, so I lived for almost 15 years in Sunnyvale, California, and now I live in Chennai, India.
Hmm.
Chennai is a hotbed for automotive manufacturing, but has no electronics. There's only like two electronics companies in Chennai,
Hmm.
Qualcomm and Data Patterns. That's really it. And so the thing is, the opportunity for of being here is great because when I have my free time, I don't have to talk about tech. So that's really transformed my business. And I think but that also means I have to travel a lot. But one of the things that Chennai, being a tropical city, offers is that we've got like one of the best rowing facilities in the world. A few years ago, I was a national rowing champion in India, bronze medalist. Then get a chance to, I can play tennis in the morning. I can, like play table tennis in the evening. So there's a lot of, activities. And we live about 100 meters from the beach. So every morning, a run with Rudolph, my dog, is on the beach. So there's a lot of those kind of things that have helped me socially to like better integrate with community and also have a lot more relaxation.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Uh, well, thank you so much, Deepak, for taking time to record this interview. Have a great day and stay safe.
Great. Thanks a lot, Sanjay, and good seeing you again. Hope to see you at DAC this year.
Definitely. This is Sanjay Gangal from Sanjay Tech Cafe.